Khudiram Bose was a freedom fighter who was one of the youngest revolutionaries of the Indian independence movement. Khudiram was influenced by the notion of karma in the Bhagavad Gita and was involved in revolutionary activities to free Mother India from the clutches of British rule. He was dissatisfied with the British policy of the partition of Bengal in 1905, so he joined Jugantar, the party of revolutionary activists. At the age of 16, Khudiram blasted bombs near police stations and made government officials his victims. On the charges of carrying out a series of bomb attacks, he was arrested. On 30th April 1908, Khudiram Bose and Prafulla Chakki planned to assassinate the chief presidency magistrate Kingsford in Bihar's Muzaffarpur. The magistrate was known for his patterned judgments against the freedom fighters. They were unsuccessful in their attempt because the carriage that they blew up was not carrying Kingsford. As a result of this incident, two British ladies, Mrs. Kennedy and her daughter, were killed. Both the revolutionaries fled the crime scene. Later, Prafulla committed suicide and Khudiram was arrested. On the charges of bomb attacks carried out by Khudiram Bose, he was sentenced to death at the age of 19 and was hanged to death on 11th August 1908. Vinayak Damodar Savarkar is among the most respected freedom fighters and personalities of India and a great person. As a person, he was highly practical, gutsy, had great convincing power, was a fiery orator, very well read, and a visionary. Savarkar was among the greatest of patriots. Savarkar is the first person in history of India's freedom struggle to light a bonfire of foreign goods. He was a daring revolutionary. He served 14 years in prison and 11 years in the dreaded cellular jail. He showed us the correct Indian history and not the British manipulated one. He was among the very few freedom fighters who fought for Akhanda Bharat. He was a social reformer who fought for Dalit rights despite being a upper caste man. Untouchability was eradicated from Ratnagiri within 10 years under his leadership. He opened restaurants and eateries to be run by Dalits with his own personal funds. He is mostly considered a villain by fools who never studied his philosophy and by those with limited brains. He is relevant in today's politics as now people are realizing the politics done by Congress to defame him, and also because today people are smarter and more aware of the shortcomings, manipulations, and gaslighting done by the Congress. Savarkar was offered membership by the Congress in 1937 after he was released from the house arrest. But realizing the dubiousness of the Congress, Savarkar, like a true patriot, joined opposition party Hindu Mahasabha, giving a snub to the Congress. Only the Congress and their like-minded allies hate him, for the simple reason the Congress was formed by British in 1885, and the Congress was a catalyst in the partition of India too. Whereas Savarkar and his party Hindu Mahasabha fought for Akhanda Bharat and opposed partition. Congress loves to brag that they gave independence and made people believe in the fake logic that it was not possible to attain independence without partition. Congress followed two approaches on Savarkar when they were in power. A. Teach people less about Savarkar. And B. When you teach people less about Savarkar, people will not know about him, and so you can spread any nonsense on him. If people learn more about Savarkar, the Congress will get the proverbial paid per from the public. Sardar Uddham Singh was an Indian revolutionary who assassinated Michael Dwyer, the former Lieutenant Governor of Punjab in British India, to avenge the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. As a young man, Uddham Singh witnessed the Jallianwala Bagh massacre in Amritsar in 1919, where British forces under the command of Brigadier General Dwyer opened fire on a peaceful gathering, killing hundreds of unarmed Indian civilians. This event had a profound impact on Uddham Singh and fueled his determination to take revenge on those responsible. In 1940, Uddham Singh traveled to London and after a long wait of 21 years, shot and killed Michael Dwyer. Uddham Singh was arrested, tried and hanged for the assassination in 1940. He is considered a revolutionary martyr in India for his actions against the British colonial rule. Uddham Singh's story has been the subject of several films and books. He is remembered as a significant figure in India's independence movement and the struggle against British imperialism. Bhagat Singh was a prominent Indian revolutionary who played a key role in the Indian independence movement against British colonial rule in the 1920s and 1930s. He is widely regarded as one of the most influential revolutionaries of the Indian independence struggle. Bhagat Singh is celebrated for his courageous and fearless acts against the British government. He was one of the first revolutionaries to use violent tactics such as bombings and assassinations to challenge the colonial authorities. This made him a symbol of radical and militant wing of the independence movement. Beyond his revolutionary activities, Bhagat Singh was also known for his intellectual prowess and socialist leanings. He was a voracious reader who studied Marxism, anarchism, and other radical ideologies. He used his writings and public speeches to spread awareness about social injustice, economic exploitation, and the need for a complete overthrow of the British rule. Bhagat Singh's early execution at the age of 23, along with his comrades Rajguru and Sukhdev, further cemented his status as a martyr for the independence cause. His bravery, sacrifice, and commitment to the larger goal of India's freedom have made him an enduring icon of the Indian nationalist movement. Even today, Bhagat Singh is revered across India as one of the greatest freedom fighters and revolutionaries in the country's history. Netaji's participation in the freedom movement was remarkable. He was a brave and courageous leader. The sacrifice and struggle of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, who was deeply inspired by the Bhagavad Gita in his fight against the British, cannot be forgotten. For him, nation was of paramount importance. He was jailed many times. He chose the path of creating his own army, Azad Hind Fauj, to liberate the motherland from the clutches of Britishers. He created a political entity which was known as All India Forward Bloc. Subhash Chandra Bose, who is popularly known as Netaji, gave the clarion call of "Tum mujhe khoon do, main tumhe azadi dunga," which means "Give me blood and I'll give you freedom," which is still not only inked on the hearts of every patriot of the nation, but also keeps us reminding about our commitment, duty, and responsibility towards the nation. We have to be steadfast in our pursuits to preserve our liberty, which has been won through great sacrifices and exertions. His famous battle cry, "Dilli Chalo," was a great pointer to his determination with which the Azad Hind Fauj fought the Britishers. He was of the view that we must build up our national defense on such an unshakable foundation that never again in our history shall we lose our freedom. As we are celebrating and commemorating 78 years of independence, we need to apprise today's youths and our children of our great freedom struggle movement and inculcate among them the spirit of nation first. They need to be told the stories of great freedom fighters like Subhash Chandra Bose, who played a crucial role in our freedom struggle movement. Netaji epitomized India's might, aspiration, inspiration, and indomitable spirit to serve the nation in a selfless manner. For him, poverty, illiteracy, diseases were among the biggest problems in the country. We will overcome these problems by making India self-reliant, he said. As a mark of true tribute to Netaji, we must serve the nation with total dedication and commitment. And Atmanirbhar Bharat will be a true tribute to Netaji, who was very particular about ending India's reliance on other countries for its needs. Today, Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign has become a movement which is started by the Modi government. इसी के साथ मेरा आज का वीडियो यहीं पर समाप्त होता है। मैं उन सभी क्रांतिकारियों को अपने पूर्ण हृदय से नमन करता हूं, जिन्होंने हमारे देश को स्वतंत्र कराने हेतु अपना सब कुछ बलिदान कर दिया। साथ ही साथ मैं अपने सभी भारतीय भाइयों और बहनों को भी इस स्वतंत्रता दिवस के उपलक्ष्य पर बधाई देता हूं। वंदे मातरम, भारत माता की जय, जय हिंद। Like the video, share this video as much as you can, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Hare Krishna.